Man, what a friggin' ride. I just finished watching the very last episode of My Hero Academia, and it has been one heck of an adventure through a honestly pretty solid portion of my life to this point. The anime started in 2016, so the manga somewhat before that. I think I ended up getting into the series somewhere in season 2 and have watched it seasonally since then. So seeing My Hero Academia come to an end is it hits a bit of a soft spot. This final season of My Hero Academia has been just masterclass by Studio Bones. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So, this video is going to be hard to keep under 5 minutes, and I think I failed on my first one that I tried to do so as well. So maybe it's just going to be a running gag that these 5-minute reviews aren't really actually 5 minutes. As I mentioned in the intro, I started this probably around the time the school tournament arc was being animated, and I have been a fan and watcher and enjoyer of the series ever since. Studio Bones has absolutely knocked it out of the park with this final installment of My Hero Academia. It was a 11 episode season that I don't think missed a beat. I think they have been knocking out of the park with like all of their projects of late, personally. I don't think there's a ton that I need to say about this final season of My Hero Academia. If you're here and you've watched the series and stuck with it through to this point, you have no reason not to watch it, and you would be doing yourself a disservice by not watching it. I will probably catch some level of flack for this comment, but this stands toe to toe with any season of any really highly popular or well done anime to have come out in the last handful of years. I'm talking JJK Season 2. I'm talking Solo Leveling. I'm talking Frieren. Again, these are just my opinions, but the animation quality throughout the season was fantastic. I thought the pacing was fantastic. I thought the storytelling and the way things were done was fantastic. The series may only be second to One Piece for me in terms of, like, I guess, impact on my life in, like, a long term. You know, I think a lot of anime and stuff these days is more short form. You don't have as many long running series that last and stick with you the span of 10 to 15 years. So maybe there's a bit of nostalgia, and maybe I look at the series a little bit through rose-colored glasses because of the fact that it has been a mainstay in my life for a good chunk of time at this point. Like I said, I don't think I could have asked for a better adaptation of this last season of My Hero Academia personally. Like I said, I'm going to keep this relatively short. I don't need to convince anyone that's here, because if you're asking yourself if you should watch the last season of My Hero Academia, you pretty much know your answer. I have heard that there is going to be a 12th episode, an OVA, which I very much will be watching when it drops. On my Annie list, I'm giving this a 99. I don't do 100s, I don't do 10s, because I believe in the concept that if there's ever something better, what do you rate it at that point, right? So the highest thing I will give anything is a 99, and this was an easy one for me. With the quality, the way everything was told and broken down and stuff like that, forget about the music and everything else involved. It was as close to perfect as you can be. And I know there will be people that are more critical and stuff like that. that'll come out and disagree, but I'm here to tell you my opinion, and that's my opinion. It's great. It's fantastic. If you're asking yourself if you should watch My Hero Academia as an anime, as a series, it just depends on you. Because if you aren't a shonen person or don't care for action-type animes, then obviously it's not going to be something in your wheelhouse. But for anyone that has even the smallest amount of interest in it, it is a 150-plus episode ride that I personally, honestly don't think you'll regret. So you do yourself a favor and jump into it, because I do envy the people that will get to watch the series from the start and enjoy it through this just fantastic finale of a season. That being said, let's wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you guys all on the next one.